Yes. Um, I just got to the study room and it's 1:58. I got here about 3 or 4 minutes ago. Oh, I haven't gotten any phone calls. Yeah. And I just kind of was looking through the very addresses. Right. Do you remember this city of Sequim, Clallam County, state of Washington, as a plaintiff versus Paul Chad Budnick? Yeah. 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, Sequim, Washington, 98382. Judge Porter, do you remember when I told you in court at my own peril? Yes. The petitioner didn't sign it. No, I said I was not given any notice. Yes. Or opportunity to be heard. There was no personal service or service by publication. Now, it's one of those situations where I keep seeing 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, Sequim, Washington, 98382. Jefferson County, state of Washington is plaintiff. Yeah. $500,000 bail. Failure to appear for hearing. Yes. Failure to appear for hearing. Yes. 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, Sequim, Washington, 98382. Yes. In the name of the state of Washington, you are hereby summoned and required to appear at this district court on the day and time, date and time below. Yes. The 11th of October. I was actually in jail on the 11th of October. Do you see an address on all these court documents that had been issued? Did you know that I could not contact 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, otherwise I would be arrested? Now this is, City of Sequim is the plaintiff, yes, versus Paul Budnick as the defendant. Done the 11th day of October 2016. Refused to sign, yes. Judge Porter. Judge, why did I refuse to sign this court order? The charge was a violation of a no contact order, yes. The city of Sequim is the plaintiff, yes. I had made some videos where I had documented that I had actually sent a contact form to the FBI on December 31st of 2015. Do you remember why it was that you arrested me? Well, let's look at the citation. Yeah. You said that I committed the crime of violating a protection order. Yes. No contact order violation, 2 counts, knowingly violate a restraining or protection order. Yes. That was on 7:47 a.m. on December 31st of 2015. Yes. And then 4:48 at 12 December 31st of 2015. Now, this this traffic citation, yes. Just reading the field manual. Did Officer Larson think I was a witness? Because as I read the field training manual, it instructs people that want to be in law enforcement how to interview those that may have witnessed crimes. But as the accused, are you sure you weren't supposed to question me? The Miranda rights, you have the right to remain silent. Yeah. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If you do not have an attorney will be provided. But I asked for an attorney, but none was provided. Now, just looking at the field training manual on how those in law enforcement are trained, yes. I see some very large inconsistencies in what Squim Washington has done versus what the training manual says. Does Washington State have a training manual? Does every officer have to be trained in exactly how to interview? Now, the officer understands basic responsibilities at a domestic violence scene. Yes. First, protect the victim. Yeah. hmm Second, determine if a crime has been committed and if a custody arrest is required. Yeah. Third, provide safety to persons and property. Make a mandatory arrest if required. Then referral to a community resource shelter. Then provide victims assistance information to a victim of domestic violence, mandatory ORS. Yes. Now, this is at the scene of the alleged domestic violence. The officer is able to handle domestic violence situations in a safe and efficient manner. Yes. Now, the officer is able to identify and secure the perimeter of the crime scene and contain it. Crimes against persons, crimes against property. Yes. Now, this concept of crime prevention. Yes. Preventing crime in the community. Locating witnesses, closing the contact. Yes. Now, mandatory reporting. The officer understands situations that require mandatory reporting of child abuse. Any public or private official having reasonable cause to believe that any child with whom the official comes into contact has suffered abuse, or that any person with whom the official comes in contact has abused a child shall cause a report to be made. Making a false report of child abuse. Persons knowingly making a false report of child abuse to a public or private official, DHS, or law enforcement agency with the intent to influence a custody, parenting time, visitation, or child support decision. Now, since I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, yes, on December 31st, and I provided the actual location that I slept at on December 30th. Yes. And I provided what buses that I was on. Yes. And then I said from 10 to 5 was at the Port Angeles. I have emails to prove it. Now, I would say that in January, yes, of 2016, I had a lot more emails than I have today because my Gmail accounts got closed. Yes. And you wanted to say that I was crazy for not knowing that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. But I wasn't crazy. I wasn't there. And I wasn't contacting the petitioner. Now, this traffic citation, yes. Exactly who were the witnesses that had seen this take place? Because I don't see an actual written report. Nothing was. Now, making a false report of child abuse. Yes. Were my sons abused on December 31st of 2015? Or was it the petitioner that was abused? Because I see that this is a traffic citation. Ticket served on violator and booked. Date issued on January 4th of 2016. Yeah. But the alleged crime happened on December 31st of 2015. So you issued a citation 4 days later. Yeah. With no eyewitnesses saying that I was there. Yes. No witnesses as bystanders. There wasn't anybody standing outside of their house. That no one had seen this except for the petitioner. Crime scene and officer responsibilities. Officer understands duties and responsibilities of an officer assigned to a crime scene and possesses the knowledge and skills necessary for their accomplishment. Yes. crimes against persons, crimes against property. Po. Now, since I've never read anything that actually happened on December 31st, and since everything was sent to Mike Van Proy and Mike had informed me in a text message, can you explain to me why I'm not getting a phone call right now? You waited 4 days, right? You issued this on January 4th of 2016. You say, I was in Squim. Yes. You said that I emailed Heidi. Oh, well, nobody asked me for any evidence when I said I had lots of emails from the dude. I wasn't contacting the petitioner. I wasn't attempting to violate the protection order. I wasn't in Squim, Washington. Is there some stupid fucking reason that you don't understand that you're holding my son's hostage? Now, the field, yes, training manual says mandatory reporting of child abuse. Making a false report of child abuse? Yes. Well, we have the issuance of a protection order in 2011. I provided an email from the public defender's office. Yes. I did 7 hours of parenting classes. The truth is, during the time of those parenting classes, I should have been able to be with my family. Sometimes people have arguments. Oh, they allege domestic violence and child abuse. When Heidi got here, you issued a court order without me being a resident of the state of Washington. Now, I've sent you 2 million emails, Poe. A person knowingly makes a false report of child abuse to a public or private official. Heidi made a false police statement while on Guam that I'd committed child abuse. Yes. When she got here in 2011, she made a false statement that I committed child abuse. When you issued this temporary order for protection in these sealed envelopes, yes, I was not given any notice or opportunity to be heard. The no contact order that the prosecuting attorney's office issued on Guam, very difficult to justify that when the evaluator recommended 7 hours of parenting classes, and with a focus on 12 and under. Yes, yes. And then you reissued the temporary protection order on July 22nd of 2011. Yes. And then another declaration and another declaration and an order for protection. Now, the truth of the matter is every fraudulent. Now, the field training manual says any public, that means any officer of the law in any camp, or private official having reasonable cause to believe that any child, that means my 5 sons, do you fuckers understand? Now, I did look online. Oh, I guess they're playing football this afternoon. Is Quilcene playing a football game right now? And are my... Is Quilcene High School playing a football game right now?